Good evening, folks. I'm DriverLadyPro because I drive like a boss, but I try to stay classy like a lady. So I've been a bit under the weather. I haven't gotten on live streams all week long. And as some of you may know, I do have a bit of pneumonia, and I've decided not to be working my tail off. So I thought I would just have a plain story hour. That way I'm not, looking up articles and stuff like that. Let me get my, because I don't see anybody in the room. Let me see. It says I have one person in the room, but it's not showing who's in the room. So maybe I need to get my phone. Hold on just a sec. Okay, I see it. I heart Cryptoverse. Hi, Cryptoverse. All right, anyway, this is a live stream video, and it is titled My Scariest Uber Ride. Let me tell you, I have driven in the city of Chicago, and when I started, people said, "Oh, it's so scary. Don't drive in Chicago." And I choose for my own self not to live my life in fear, and I choose to be smart. So I do have pepper spray, and I do have, I don't know where it is right now. I need to find it, but I do have it. Which that's not what you should do. You should have something available, but I do. And hola, El Chapo. Hi, Fat Man. Hi, El Chapo. Hola. So, El Chapo is like a short guy. So I hope he's bilingual. ¿Estás bilingual? So, he says, "Hi, how are you?" And then Tony says, "Hey, fatty." So, hi, fat man. I want to talk about first. All right, Tony wants to talk about this. What is this name? You write the name of the guy. He's this is a guy that, what is his name? He says, "Hey, El Chapo, you're going to pay for Trump's wall. Ha, ha, ha." And then Cryptoverse says, "Hi, guys. Jesse Samole. I watched the, Fat Man says, "Stop." Thank you. We need to train this boy. He's, "Hey, AZ driver. Stop what?" He says, "Fatty, we listen, Tony." El Chapo says, "Ha, ha, ha, ha." So listen, let's start, before I get going, let's start with my scariest Uber ride, okay? I have had a lot more problems with the people outside of my car. I have been at events where I've had drunk people come up to my car and start threatening me outside of my car because I wouldn't move my car, and they thought they were the parking police because they were drunk. They tried to tell me where to go, and I was like rolling up my windows and locking my doors because I've said this before, if you are in your car, you are safe. If they're outside, do not get out of your car and have a fight with them. Okay. And then I have had people like, all right, one time I was pulling over, and this guy, for some reason, I don't know why he got mad at me. He was behind me. He whipped around in front of me, right in front of me. He rolled down his window, and he started throwing CD cases at my window. Now, at that time, I did not have a dash cam to take pictures of his license plate. But if y'all know best, there's tons of people in the United States now with dash cams, and if you're going to act like craziness, you're going to get recorded, and it's going to end up in court. So don't be acting a fool, especially you, Tony, because I know you got road rage just like this guy. Calm, chillax. Okay, so He said, Cryptoverse says, were they good CDs? Listen, so this is my scariest Uber ride. All right, I was in a car and I picked up a woman in the north side. I think I might have picked her up by the airport, but it was a long ride. It was a 45-minute ride. Okay. And it was just me and her, but I noticed this white van, and the white van had like where it looked like somebody had spray painted it, but then they painted over it, but you could tell somebody had it, like, and it had like a big, they had right now. I've seen a lot of vans with those round locks on it, so people can't, somehow jimmy them open or something like that, because there's smart people. Yeah, it looked like a child molester van. It looked like a serial killer van because it had a big black padlock on the back of the van. And there was two guys, and they kept trying to run me off the road. And this happened. They kept like going and trying to push me off the road. And I'm like, what's your problem? I don't know what I did. I have no clue. Okay. I just, and they were sitting, at one point they were going like this through their window, two guys. Okay. And there's two girls in the car. The passenger was a girl. And I'm like, I'm not pulling over. And they're and freaking out at me. So, I tried to get a picture, but I didn't have a dash cam at the time. I tried to get a picture of their license plate. And at one point they did pull in front of me, and I was 5 minutes away from the lady's house, and I was freaking out. I'm like, what in the heck do I do? Do I like go to the police station? We were just sitting there discussing how these guys had followed me. They had been following me. Who gets so angry that they're going to follow you for 45 minutes? Okay. So finally we were like sitting there going, maybe we should like go to a police station or something like that. Just as I was trying to take the picture, they sped off. I think maybe they saw that I was trying to take a picture of their license plate and they sped off. Okay. So, I did bring the lady home safely, but I was shaking. I was shaking because, you never know. You never know what somebody's going to pull out a gun. I've heard of people like going outside and getting shot in the wrong neighborhoods in Chicago. There is gang violence in Chicago, and you just need to be smart. I don't live my life in fear, so it's not like I'm going to, be scared of everybody, but I'm going to use the intellect that was given to me by the good Lord. Okay. So when I get in a bad area and I have the heebie-jeebies, I get out of that area as quick as I can. Okay. I don't allow people like there's been guys like all right. So this guy, all right, we went to a rally yesterday. We're passing out, raising awareness about the, about what's going on with, in the gig economy, and how, DoorDash and Grubhub and all these companies are ripping us off. Cryptoverse says, huge coward. And this guy came up and started yelling at the girl. It was just me and this girl. And first of all, he comes up to me and says, what is your rating? And I had a megaphone, and I'm like, all right, well, this is kind of inconvenient, but I'll show you my rating. And I showed him my rating on Uber's 4.88. And I said, and my rating on Lyft is 4.98. And then he's like, oh, you guys out here, but you have bad ratings and you're lying. And she wanted to argue with him and argue with him and argue with him. And she goes off and starts arguing. And I'm trying to continue on, I'm like, listen, he's just arguing. Just leave him alone. He just wants to make, he just wants attention, and he wants to stop us from our primary purpose. And I'm like, and if you're arguing with somebody and you're trying to have a demonstration, that makes us look bad. And I needed her because there were like 50 people coming up to me wanting flyers. Okay. And she starts arguing with him, and I go up to him and I said, look, I got in between them and I said, you need to stop. And he says, you're getting up in my face. And I was like, How am I getting up in your face when I'm trying to stop you guys? People, when they're angry, they don't see straight. They don't see right. And I wasn't going to argue with him. The best way to stop that crap is walk away. Leave it alone. I don't care what you say about my mama. I'm walking away. So let's read what's going on in the comments. Okay. We are, Tony B, I sure do. I'll, darn near do a hit and run if I thought it would mess up my car. Listen, buddy, that is illegal. And then, of course, Fat Man said is a child molester van. I once gave a ride to a group who I reported to Uber for spilling a beer in my van. 4 hours later, I get a ping, and guess who it was? They were happy to say the least. The odds. And then probably meth heads tweaking. And then, yeah, exactly. I think these people, so I really believe men are more aggressive than women. Not that women aren't aggressive. You know, I've seen some aggressive women, but men have a tendency to be a bit more aggressive. Men have a tendency as drivers to make more money because they do drive more aggressively. But it's more important for me to do safety before lining my pocket. Okay. My sister wants a rideshare app so she can request a ride. Which one should I install? Uber or Lyft? Lyft. I always use Lyft. Okay. And it's I found it's easier to change if you need. Like, I lost my debit card, and I had a hell of a time changing my debit card on Uber as a passenger. The train stopped on her, and she had to get an Uber with another lady who requested it. Lyft is easier to use, says Fat Man. Yep, I agree. Tosby, my sister said that driver's Dodge Grand Caravan was filthy, and she hated the ride. Okay, TFM. And then that really is really scary. Huge coward. I had a guy, Toyota owner, road rage me until I turned into Paso Sheriff Station. He left. That's a good idea. And you got to remember, I'm not a native, so I don't know where all there's tons of police stations here. I'll be driving along. Oh, but there's a police, but I don't know where all of them are. And then Cryptoverse says, dang, AZ. And then Fat Man says, man, AZ, next time try to remember the name. I had to ask them to get out a few times and threaten to call the police. Luckily, we were highly populated area. Okay, I have to tell you something that happened to me last night. I told Tony I'm going to tell you what happened to me last night. It was going to be my last ride of the night. My friend said, "Hey, Mandy, go to the United Center. There's a concert getting out, and it's at 11, and I'm usually going home by 10:30 and getting in bed by 11. But I'm like, okay, this is one ride. So I go to pick up some people, and the guy is holding a joint. Okay. And I'm 420 friendly. I'm not going to be like, but he got in the car and I didn't notice. I'm like, getting ready to take off. And bam, his girlfriend started saying, you got to put that out. And she grabbed, and I didn't realize before it had all the cars stunk up that it wasn't all the way out. And he's standing there like this, like a dummy. Okay. And he got some marijuana in the car, and I didn't think about, how you get used to smells. I didn't think to roll all the windows down. Guys, listen, if you have a weird smell in your car, roll the windows down. Maybe spray a little, but women are really sensitive to smells. Okay. So I didn't realize it when I went to pick the next guys up, and they were young guys, and they get in the car and they go, Oh, smells good. And luckily they didn't like try and report me and stuff like. So of course I'm like, look guys, I don't smoke. It makes my butt big. You know, I'm serious. The last guy tried to bring his joint in smoking, and but you got to be careful about the, you know, if somebody comes into your car smelling like marijuana. Some people have gone so far as report them to Uber. Uber doesn't do crap. Their customer service is poor, and it's not like they're going to bar the worst thing they're going to do is say, oh, please don't get into their car again, and they're not going to, I won't pair you again with them. Yeah, well, Fat Man, you would have thrown them out. I am not. I'm chill. I'm like, okay, cool guy. All right, whatever, you smoke, but you can't get. And he was so high. He was so high. I was like, whatever. I dropped him off, went back, and got more rides. You know, it was all good. So I am not going to confront people in my car. You are in my car. If I'm going to have, I mean, not unless you're trying to like sexually molest me or something. Then, oh no, it's time to throw down. I'm gonna smack that ass. No, but listen, and I know I need to get one of Fat Man's pepper spray. I need one of, you know what? You know what is even worse? You remember that Aquanet that they had back in the 80s? You spray that crap and put a torch and put a flame to it, they're getting out mighty quick. That's what we should be carrying around. Not like, get out of my car. Aquanet, good old Aquanet. Very highly flammable. Okay. Let's read some of the comments. So, Fat Man says, I don't believe you're as violent as you say you are. You're too nice. Are you talking to me, Fat Man? AZ Driver says, I called it a night, and I take LOL, I take hints. And then Tony B says, no, I'm not TFM. And then he says, I installed Lyft on her phone. Super easy to walk through. Tony drove me once and said I talked too much, and he scraped me to the hood of the car until I got to Walmart. That I believe that Tony is like a crazy maniac, although he does have dash cam footage, and I think I'm going to show him how to edit video, and he needs to put that crap, because people do some stupid crap, and he's like driving along, and then somebody all of a sudden right in front of him, and I'm like, what? Yeah, at least Tony took you to Walmart. I don't do Walmart. Strict but fair, says okay, so I threw them out. I throw them out, says Fat Man. I don't want that stench in my car, because around here they report you. Well, of course they usually do. And a lucky thing, I didn't have a little old lady getting in my car. It was a couple of guys. Get that Chanda out. And then it says AZ Driver. And then Fat Man says, Aquanet will choke. I don't need to even, I can point, and you know those bottles are huge. I pull that, they'll see that crab coming and run. Yeah, that stuff is pure lacquer. Aquanet and a lighter. Yeah. Boom. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm going to tell you I'm going to show you. All right. I am a super bad dancer. When my kids were younger, they were like, Mom, you're so embarrassing. And I was thinking, look, I had to like wipe your ass when you were a baby. That was super terrible. And it is my job as a mom to embarrass the living, I'll be nice because I'm a lady, tar out of you. Okay. So I would do my ugly dance from time to time. So I decided I need a pair of sunglasses. I don't have them. You can just pretend like I'm wearing sunglasses. This is my new Uber driver dance. Oh yeah, I'm making up new Uber driver. I work out. Listen on the street. I'm walking on the street. I work out. I dance like a white girl. Soy gringa. I am a white girl. I am. People are like, what? Do you? All right. When you come up to people and you say, so what's your nationality? People ask me that all the time. And I'm like, American. Because, like, I do have a grandma that's on my mom's side that's pure German. But, I mean, pretty much the other sides is, like, mixed up. And I've had a genetic test, and it just said, oh, you're American. Because I had all kinds of stuff in me, like a regular American. I mean, it's very seldom, like my spouse is pure Mexican and maybe has some origin, if it got a test, maybe Aborigines from Mexico area, but, very seldomly in the United States are you pure anything. You need a hat on sideways with a cigarello hanging out of your mouth to be a proper Uber driver. I don't smoke no cigarello. I am a proper Uber driver. I am a proper Uber driver. I try to do, hola, hello, Franco in the house. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. I told you I can't sing, but that doesn't mean I won't. So, anyway, yeah, that is my story. Any of you guys have any freaky, scary Uber stories that happened to you that I know I need a big old, I do need to get with Fat Man and find out where he buys his pepper spray. I'm sure I bought this pepper spray and it's like this big. And I'm like, what? And it has pink all over it. I mean, how scary does that look? Someone asked me how after 3,200 trips, I had 5 stars with Uber. I said, knowing the game and avoiding the garbage. Yeah, but you don't want to say that at Uber. They'll be like, oh, you're discriminating. I don't have pepper spray. I have liquid ass spray. What is that? Okay, that's all right. All right, whatever. Nothing good except having to watch out for drunks walking anywhere they like during a big event. Okay, I have a question for you, Fat Man. You might, that liquid ass is great. So I have a big question for you guys because I have heard of Uber drivers that had, I don't know this answer. And maybe I'll bring it up at the podcast on Sunday too. Somebody is in your Uber car and they're drunk. I had a fellow that was drunk the other night. And of course, I am like a smart lady. I keep nausea bags. And, I was like kind and waited because I've been there sick. The minute you get in the car, you're like, whoa, because it's moving around. It's like a boat, And he ended up having to use the nausea bag. But I've heard of people getting like a really super drunk young girl and she pees. Okay. How do you report somebody peeing in you can't take pictures of it. Do you have to go to the Uber office and show that she peed in and how do you see that? I mean, do you ask them, oh, you got to smell it? I mean, that's one thing I don't know. I don't really need to explain what liquid ass is, do I? Well, I've never heard of liquid ass. I mean, I'll get creeped out of your car fast. Creeps out of your car fast. Just one ride where I went down a dirt road to the pin and there was nothing there. I mean, this is Frank. I mean, nothing. No houses, no lights, no sound. That happens to us in Chicago. You be out, nothing. One night, I brought a girl way out in the boonies, like super, super south side, and I dropped her off at I dropped her off at a strip club way, and it was really shady. The roads were all nasty, and it was way, way out. And I was like, dang, how do I get out? It was kind of scary. Yeah. And there was tons of people going. One spray heart is all it takes. You can take pictures of the wetness. It will show. Okay. I don't know if it will show. I mean, I have black seats, or, other people have black seats. How you can see it's a little bit more black. I mean, it looks black, That's what I am doing to use if I want someone out of my car and then they won't leave. Smell that ass. You ain't right. You then state the rider urinated in your car. Tell them you are not equipped to clean this up. Then buy a shit load of Febreze and hair dryer. Nasty. You ain't gonna do a shitload of Febreze. I wouldn't. If somebody peed in my car, I'd be like going to a station and, take pictures of the wet spot. Chris did, and it worked, but I don't remember how much he got. I think it was 125. It's darker, but the whole darn seat, TFM, buy the whole darn. What are you talking about, Tony? What is TFM? What is this? He keeps saying TFM. Buy the whole. Who is? Oh, the fat man. That's who he's talking about. So I wouldn't clean that crap. I would buy a whole new seat. No, they aren't going to buy you a whole new seat unless I poop on it. I would clean that crap and buy a whole new seat. The fat man, he says. I figured it out. That's why you get seat covers. They just wash it. Exactly, but I have seat covers, but I was thinking pee can go through these little chintzy seat covers, and who wants to put plastic down under the seat covers? Every time somebody gets in, crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. That's why you get seat wait. He's talking about TFM DLP. Put a tarp over the seat. You must have went to CPS. Mandy, Chicago Public Education. It's worse. Not vinyl seat covers. Says vinyl seat covers. That's a good idea. I love leather seat covers with perforations, says Tony B. Tony and DLP is a Driver Lady Pro. I figured that one out. Okay, so listen. I was talking to Tony B on the phone, and this boy is obsessed with cars. And he gets on the phone, and he sounds like he's looking. Sounds like he's looking at a porn mag. Oh wow! Look at that. Look at that interior. Oh, it's so nice. Like, what? Are you looking at a nudie magazine? Oh yeah, look at that wheel cover. I went, Tony, if you have the vinyl, they will sit in their own piss until the ride is over. Good idea. Okay, I just bought these seat covers, but I will buy the vinyl next time. Yeah, because the seat covers aren't going to last forever, and I'm Driver Lady Pro, So, anyway, is it still busy? Is it? I heard that right now, TFM. I know why you can't see Josh. You have to go into your settings to unblock someone. Okay, TFM blocked. Josh, that's the goal, Scott. Make them pay for it. Make me a moderator now. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I want to make you a moderator. You're a little crazy. Not worried about it. Okay, wait. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Report. Put user in timeout. Hide user. Add moderator. Okay. Tony B is now a moderator to your channel. Fat Man. I'm not worried about it. I went to his channel and unlocked him. No, make me a moderator, says I like Cryptoverse. Okay, hold on. I'll make you a moderator too. Don't be tossing each other out. Frank says, don't do it. I'll kick everyone cut out, including me. And then Fat Man says, don't do it. Tony B, why would you block him, Scott? Ban Tony instead, says Franco. Did I make Cryptoverse? Who is it that said no, make me? Yeah, I think I made Cryptoverse. Yeah, he is. And then Franco said, all right. Tony says, thank you. And then Cryptoverse says, let's pray. Mom, let's pray. I said a few things that were inappropriate. He said a few things that were inappropriate. Oh, I heard Christopher says I won't. And then Top Speed says, like what, Scott? Josh isn't that bad. That was me. It doesn't matter, Tony. God help us all, says Frank. Yes, it does, Scott. You know what? All right. Scott is a little, is it Scott? Scott has come in here and he has pushed, so I'll give him a piece of my mind. Scott has come in, I think it was Scott, that Josh has come in here when it was the polar vortex, and he's like, I don't care how cold it is there. It's nice here in Florida. I'm like, thanks. That's really nice. And that was kind of weird, but I'm thinking maybe he's like 19 years old. And then Scott has come in the room and spam him. So Tony, if he comes in the room, boot him out and starts talking about like Tryp or something, so I can give him a piece of my mind. Well, I'm not telling you you're underage for one. Excuse me, Scott? Oh, Scott, he's talking to Fat Man. His name is Scott. Scott is TF. I was talking about Scott Walsh that comes in. I was talking about a different Scott. But yeah, anyway. Scott is the Fat Man. Yes, we know. We've established that. So we got 7 people in the room, but only 3 thumbs up. Come on. All right. Anyway, guys. So I'm old school and not about to open that can of worms. I'm old school too. I'm gonna put it on my look at OLD. I'm gonna put it here. This is what I want to put on my car. Old school. Open it, he says. Let's fire with gasoline. Tony, El Hombre Gordo. I am still a lady, just an old fussy one. I heard Cryptoverse, you're a female? Like, more like old lady, says Tony B. Yeah, you can't tell from I Heart Cryptoverse's name. Oh yeah. Okay. You can't tell from your name if you're a girl or a guy, a mujer or un hombre. Yeah, I took a class on Uberwave. I'm going to be doing a video on it, but you know what? Here's the thing. I am not feeling well. This is the best I've been. Old Lady Pro. Okay, Tony B. Why did I make you a moderator again? I have a unisex name. Yes, you do. So I took a class at Uber today, and there was a fellow there that spoke. He was from Colombia, and I helped translate. And it feels good when you can. I'm like, wow, I can speak some Spanish. You know, enough to let him know kind of what's going on. Yes, why? No, Tony's going to ban you. Tony's going to ban who? We need to, you know what? We need to train this boy. We need to train this boy. Snatch the wench. DLP. Okay. Yeah. We need to deal. Okay, so this is what Tony was talking to me about today. We need to train this boy because, this young man, he's at that age. My son is still at that age. My son, he's 20 and he's going, Mom, I'm an adult, you know. Mom, I'm an adult, you know. Mom, I'm an adult, you know. My daughter did that for like a short while. Mom, you know I am an adult. But my son, he's still doing it, okay? So Tony's like, boy? What do you mean, boy? Okay, Tony, when he turns 18, I'm sure he's going to be like, I'm an adult, I am an adult, He's going to, and now, listen. So he calls me and he tells me, I had some headphones that I bought a year ago, and then I went and bought the same headphones from Walmart, and I put them in the box, and I brought them back. Now, listen. This is bad news. I know you can get away with it, okay? But it's bad for your karma. And integrity is doing the right thing do the right thing even when nobody is looking. He still wets the bed. Tony, I hear you wet the bed, according to Frank. Top Speed's review says, no, Scott. And then Cryptoverse says, too late, on the road to run. And then Cryptoverse says, at least he doesn't wet the Uber car seat. Yeah, it would cost him a lot. A teacher once told me, if you're a man, you don't have to announce it. Bingo! And then he said, I stopped wetting the bed at age 14. Wow. You wet the bed for a long time. And then Frank says, bam! 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 So, anyway. Yeah, I haven't been online all weekend. I thought I'd hop in. I came home. Today is Friday night, but I do have a class for my bus driving tomorrow, state bus driving test. And I thought, I came home at 7 o'clock. I said, I'm not going to drive around for 2 hours. I'm just going to relax at home. And I'm still not 100%, and I wasn't feeling well. His Edge has training wheels. Okay, why do you have a tattoo? Okay, this says love. This was my very first tattoo. And this is a crow, and it's a cover up, but I want to get something different than the crow because I used to go to this thing called Six Crows Gathering, and I love the people there. I still like, but it's in Michigan. I don't get out there very much. And they do have a sweat lodge, but now I can't sit on the ground because I hurt my back a while ago and had to get shots in my back. But and my back is fine, but I got to take care of my back, the doc said, and I can't be sitting on the ground because I'll end up starting to feel hurt. So I don't go all the time like I used to. Anyway, that's why I have this. I used to go to Six Crows Gathering. It's really a cover-up. It used to say love and acceptance, but the person put it on there like this. And didn't even, like, this is kind of slanted this way. They put it kind of like this. Yeah, I'm like, okay. Laser removal, please, says Tony. Okay, Tony, that's what you're going to give me for Christmas. Tony still uses a potty. Okay, good one, Frank. Tony says it is indecent exposure. Tony says, no, Frank, I sometimes do it on myself, though. Oh, laser removal, please. Yeah, that's what you're giving me for Christmas. Tony comes up with this, why don't you go out and buy this or that? I'm like, yeah, when you go buy it for me, like I have tons of money. I just bounced a check yesterday. I'm not going to be going out and, yeah, jump just one number. No, this is not one number. This is not a one number. So funny, he says. No, that's what you're going to give me for Christmas is laser removal. Did I show you I have a big tattoo all over my back? And it's not all the way done. But I do have pictures of it on my Facebook. If any of you are on Facebook, I'm DriverLadyPro, Mandy Martinez on Facebook. Add me. Bounce a check being overdrawn. Welcome to my life. Yeah, what I did is I forgot that I made a car payment. Duh. I made a car payment and I forgot about it. And so it made my check. And then you know how I think the banks do this crap on purpose. The check always comes in at like 10 o'clock at night or 9:45 just before. And then you don't find out about it until the next morning. Put Fruit of Looms in the toilet bowl and aim for it. Fruit Loops in the toilet bowl and aim for it. Helps improve him. Yeah, exactly. I can grab a scraper and take all of them up. No, you can't. And then the fat man says, I finally got the email for the new job. I start February 27th. What job are you doing, fat man? And when am I coming on your channel, fat man? We got to do something awesome. Okay. And then Frank L. Franco says, I laugh at Tony, but I'm the one who's going to need depends. And then I'm sure it's not that soon, buddy. Okay. My bank account is negative $5, says Tony. Don't worry. All you have to do is steal some shit and return it. And you can put the money back in. No, I'm just joking. We're trying to train this boy right. I'm just being sarcastic. The fat man, I sit when I pee. No mess. Oh, okay. Then fat man says medical transport driver. Okay, so I've heard of women training their sons to sit when they pee. So just point it downwards. Good going, TFM. Congrats. My ex-fiance said she wanted to marry me on February 31st, 2015. Tell me what's wrong with that. That she said, there is no February 31st, Goofy. Sounds like a great new job, TFM. What kind of job? Oh, a medical transport. That's right. You said that. Steal some shit, return, then you can put it in your commissary account in prison. Yeah, exactly. You are a hoot. You are a hoot. That's my birthday, Tony, says Franco Franco. Dustin is driving in the house. Hey, he says. Not 34 days in February. It's Fat Man, Dustin. And then Cryptoverse says, hi, Dustin. Hey, Dustin, I heard that you're getting married on February 31st. It's a joke. Maybe he will figure it out. Okay. So I also heard that Tony is due, his baby is due on February 31st. A lot of people say, I've been married since 11/11/12. It's a joke. Tony says she played me. No. There is no February 31st, Dustin. It's a joke. Although I have gone up to people on April Fool's Day. I've been married 20 years now, says Cryptoverse. Congratulations. So you were married on 11/11. I was married on 11/6 of 15. Our anniversaries are close. He says, I know. And then Top Speed's review says, I got married on 9/20/08 and divorced on 16/17/20. You're not even 18. You can't get married and divorced. And you can't get married when you're 8. I sent you an email with a picture Dustin posted. You've got to see it. Okay. So, but you need to, all right. Anyway, so, well, what we're talking, I typed it on my laptop and I was 7. Okay. So, Dustin, well, you can't really come on and talk right now. I mean, unless I add you to the room. It's not like I didn't set it up so I could add people in the room, but I'm asking people, is your scariest Uber ride? What is your scariest Uber or Lyft ride? I was raised by wolves, so when they made my birth certificate, they asked when I wanted my birthday. February 31st. What was that? That was all I never. That was so I never get old. Hey, you are as old as you feel, right? So we got 7 people in the room. We have only 4 thumbs up, guys. Come on. I raised. Oh wait, same one. Everybody's snoozing. Frank, you mean I'm 500 years old? Do you feel 500 years old? The only thing that I notice about being 40 as opposed to 21 is I'm not as dumb as I was when I was 21. You couldn't pay me to be 21 again because I did dumb shit. Now that I'm older, Mandy, you feel like you're old as water then. Okay. And the fat man says, I'm dirty old man and I'll be a dirty old man until I'm dead old man. Cryptoverse says, I thumbed up. Good deal. So, you're old. You're so old, your birth certificate says expired. Okay, so, my eyes start to hurt now when it's time. And my spouse is about my age too. And, same thing. The eyes get sore. And that never used to happen to me. If I stay awake too long, yeah. The fat man, we have something in common. And then Tony says, you're old. Your first Christmas was the first Christmas. Okay. And then Stop Pete says, you're old. Your friend was Moses in the 3rd grade. So, and then the fat man says, don't start the, you're so old. You're so jokes. Exactly. Well, you know what? Tony doesn't know how to end this crap. Nobody's laughing but Tony. Tony's like, there's somebody at the door. And we were like trying to tell him, look, Tony, that was something that happened like ages ago. Go on with it. Okay. You need a new joke book. All right, everybody, we need to buy Tony a new joke book for Christmas because this guy needs, yeah. Tony, don't start. Oh, he already said that. Yeah. I heard the doorbell. That is stupid, Tony. Don't keep on with that dumb doorbell. The doorbell isn't even in the room. Tony, you're so dumb. You went to the Dr. Dre for a pass. That's terrible. No one was there. Darn pranksters. Cryptoverse says LOL. Yeah, for real. I mean, come on. Josh Yule in the house. Hey, everyone. I'm here. How's everything going tonight? Well, we already told the scary stories. You kind of hit us up at the last minute. Okay. Frank says he was telling jokes over the phone on Shell's live, and she hung up on him. Woohoo! Yeah, because she's a lady and she's smart. Hi, Josh, says Cryptoverse. Fat Man says, LOL, Frank. Everyone said, bam! Ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah. Be good at Josh Yule. Yeah. Bam! Tony says, bam! You know, like a famous chef. What was his name? He said, bam. That phone went bam! This is more exciting than that one night. Okay, so Josh, do you have any scary Uber rides that you want to share with us? Come on, buddy. We got to get this going. Tell us, did you have any scary Uber rides? What one time, said Tony B. So when I was younger, my brother said that he met this guy that would say, that was from like Yakima, I think it was Ontario or something like that, or not Ontario. What is that? The state that starts with Oregon, Ontario, or Yakima, Oregon, and he would always say, "Back in Yakima, man, back in Yakima." So every so often I'll be like, "Back in Yakima, back in Yakima." I used to shoot a bazooka. Back in Yakima, man. Please say my name correctly. Thank you. Tony B. Tony B. Tony B. Good. It has been fun. See you guys later. Drive safe and make the big money. Okay. See you later, Cryptoverse. Thank you for stopping by and thumbing up. And I hope to see you again soon. No, because I don't Uber, says Josh. You don't Uber. What do? Do you DoorDash? Do you Grubhub? What do you do? Do you just watch Uber videos about Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Postmates? Okay. Yakima, Washington. Okay. Back in Yakima, man. Back in Yakima. Yeah, see? I heart, says Tony. Now stop. Don't wear my name out, please. Yakima is the state of Washington, not D.C. Back in Yakima, man. Mandy, no one wants to be a slave willingly. That doesn't make sense. I just got a notice in the mail. DoorDash is here. Say what? Yeah, you know what? DoorDash is also stealing tips. And they say you get all your tips, but then they're being sued for it. And then, okay, I did a thing about it. I read an article, okay, and then I talked about what the article said. And guess what? Somebody got like, oh, you need to get your facts straight. I'm like, these aren't even my facts. This is an article that I read. So, Mandy, you are a slave. So let me read what this person said. Let me get this. Let me read. You know how today no. We are talking about no. Turn it off. Okay. Give myself a thumbs up. There we go. All right, I gave myself a thumbs up, but I want to talk about these comments. These people are weird. They get this particular one is weird, okay? Notice by the House of Representatives on BD filing. Okay, I did a thing about coming. I read a video. I read a thing and talked about it. I read an article and talked about it. UDM posted a video that DoorDash was trying to send a driver 24 miles for $8. You know what I would have said to that request? Ha ha ha! Okay, So this guy says, how do you know? Okay, notice by the House of Representatives on DD filing. So, how do you know? You need to study legal format on filing a case. Okay, wait a minute. Me? I'm okay. It was to be more than just a paper. It has to be more than just a paper with a filing date and a number on it to be a case. Okay? It has to be honored by a judge to even begin. Okay? The course, a case like that takes a year to many years and is not guaranteed to pay off. Okay? Have you signed on to this case? I'm just reading an article, dude. If you have, your lawyer would have advised you not to discuss anything, much less on YouTube. Okay, this is stuff that was public record. Okay, who united on DoorDash lawsuit? I mean, you just said you and then there is no lawsuit until the judge honors one. There was a filing done with two persons attempting to sue DoorDash. I see no proof of drivers uniting nor a lawsuit on the date you did this vlog. Okay, wait. What are you talking about? I have an article that says the article, and then it also shows that, yeah, okay, and then it says talk to the, okay, DD can sue you for your statement. Okay, they're going to sue me for reading in an article. Be careful what you say on YouTube or anywhere unless it's factual. Okay? You are misleading viewers to make money on YouTube. I'm not even making not a red cent. Okay. Yeah. And this isn't the first weird one that this particular person has left me. When I put the DoorDash, they said, oh my gosh, Instacart was a class action lawsuit that took about 3 years. And then it says you need to read a little bit more to get an accurate vlog. Okay. Read a little bit more. I read the article and then I talked about the article. I don't know. The tips are pooled in the contract you agreed to. Yeah, that's why they're suing. Get your facts right. I don't know where my facts aren't right. You must be talking of the old case. No, I was talking about the new case and the old case. Because the new case has only 2 people that have filed, and the judge has not even decided if they're going to hear it yet. All right, whatever. Okay, then, so people, okay, TFM, please don't use vulgar language. I keep holding those types of messages for review until I hit allow. And once I leave, no one else can allow your message. I didn't use vulgar language. Okay, let's do this. Woohoo! Bow, bow, bow. Let's see what happens now. You think he's using vulgar language? I think I allow a fat man. He's just, I keep yeah, it's not a big deal. I changed it. You made you a moderator, fat man, because he's saying you were using vulgar language and you were just flipping people off. And then eat the wrench for a week, Tony. Take Tony's wrench before he leaves. Read the wrench for a week. you can like boot them out of the room, and then I think you can boot somebody out of the room and then they can just come back in. You know that, right? I think there's a thing by their name, and you can hit it and it says remove, but they can come right back in, right? I think that's what the whole thing is. Take Tony's rent away. He leave. You can ban them. Yeah, but why am I going to ban Tony? He's funny and he's fun to pick on too. Not if you ban them. Uh-oh. We're not going to ban Tony. We're supposed to be a team here, like Tonto and the Lone Ranger. Josh, how old are you? Okay. Fat Man, I'll kick them out. It's only for 300 seconds. Doggone. You are the only one that can ban permanently. Me? Okay. Well, I just kick people out most of the time, especially if they start talking about I got this new Rideshare. You got to check this out. And get out of my room. Start your own channel. If you ban Tony, you will get more good people coming in the stream. Josh, I'm 40 years old. Send me 41, turning 41 in July. I just wondered how old you are, especially when you're talking about Tonto and the Lone Ranger. I'm like, how old are you? Exactly. I hate spammers. Exactly. If you see guys come in and they want to, like, especially if they come in and they go, executive of Tryp. I don't even say a word. If you're a Tryp executive, out. I mean, okay, listen. I do have a code, and it's not even like what is it called? What the people that try and sign you up for Tryp, what is it called? I signed up for Dave because they're not so far under Dave's passenger code. I have a passenger code and I put it in my description all the time. And if you want to sign up, just hit that description and then you can sign up and you don't have to pay anything right now. And then if they do take off, if they do become a company, then what? You can actually be higher up on the scale of this MLM, which apparently I don't know if it's even coming. I mean, we keep talking about it. I mean, they're trying to get license in Ohio, and they said we've soft launch. I don't know what the heck a soft launch. Either you launch or you don't launch. You know what I mean? Why don't you try? We are trying to get licensing in Ohio. I mean, that's really what's going on. So, and I don't know if they actually got the licensing, but they don't have an app yet. Okay. So I signed up with a passenger code. Okay. Under Dave. And if you would like to sign up under my passenger code, it is completely free and you can sign other passengers up. And if for some reason it does take off and you do actually get it in your area and you think, oh, maybe I'll try this out, and you actually decide to become somebody, I'm not giving that crime ring a dime. You're going to lose your ass if you pay. I haven't paid it. They were supposed to be live months ago. That alone should tell you everything you need to know. Okay, this is how I feel about it. I feel it's a good idea, but that doesn't mean I'm going to go and give them my money. Okay? That's why I took the passenger code and I signed up with the passenger code. And if someday they break out and they are doing something and like actually produce an app and they actually get licensing here, okay, then maybe I'll be an influencer. But I'm not giving them my personal information either. No, I am not either. I don't think I had to do much. Maybe give them my email, maybe at the most. But everybody thinks it's like a scam, and it may be. But I thought Dave had a really good idea. No email, no phone. I thought Dave had a really good idea. Just sign up with the passenger code. You're good. Did you hear about a daughter sleeping with her father on Steve Wilkos' show? The father has no problem with this since he claimed that he was never around and didn't feel as if she was his daughter. I've seen that before. And then the daughter wanted to have babies with her father. This isn't that particular, but I've seen this happen on shows before. We have a company here called CAR, Call a Ride, and they are just like Tryp. Yeah, MLMs are like kind of scammy and spammy, and people coming in, and then they don't even have there's people that are like spamming the living piss out of you, right? They're spamming and they're spamming the living piss out of you, and they're getting deactivated before there's even an app. So, hence Scott Walsh. I think it's Scott Walsh that's like spamming the piss out of people and getting deactivated from the. Maybe they'll make one called Ride. I think there was. Let her have her father's babies. They'll come out looking like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know, and her dad is like, listen, I saw this on, I don't know, maybe Maury, maybe Steve, I don't know. And the girl was like, I want to have my dad's babies. And he's like, listen, you can't. And she's like, nobody has ever proven that having my dad's babies, it'll have 3 heads. And the dad was like, no, it will. But she was totally, even though he was saying, no, it will have 3 heads. She was still saying, no, I don't believe that. I want to get pregnant. Just stop having sex with your father, please. It's stupid. I mean, you know what it's about? It's about taking care of yourself. And I don't care if your dad was not in your life. You need to have some personal boundaries because that's not right. And there's a reason why it's not right. Because you'll have babies that have 3 heads. It's just gross, Okay, guys, I got to wrap this up. It's been an hour and a half, and my spouse is going to come home soon. I called basic biology. The kid will only get 23 chromosomes and not 46. It'll be not right. Yes, exactly. And you'll be taking care of a vegetable for the rest of your life. Okay, DLP, see you later. Take care. Thank you, guys. When I talk this much, I'm still under the weather. So I'm going to be here on Sunday, but I'm not going to be producing a bunch of videos. So, all right. I think that's my spouse. All right. Have a good night, guys. Hustle hard, but hustle smart. If you don't hustle smart, take your broke ass home. DriverLadyPro out. Hasta la vista, baby.